Hey YouTube, Facebook. Alright, some more political stuff. Alright. For those that know me on Facebook, believe it or not, I'm more political on Facebook than I am on YouTube. But anyway, I saw alright, for those that don't know, Trey Gowdy is retiring from politics, and his seat's up. So we've had primaries, and there's two main runners, Lee Bright and Timmons. I think his name's William Timmons. Won the primary as far as the top two guys, and they're going to have to do a runoff next week. And anyway, I mean, I have my preferences on who I like. And I saw an ad for Timmons. Okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah, Timmons. And I clicked on it and clicked on the comments to see what people were talking about. And I seen he was actually responding to people. And I was like, well, okay, let me poke the bear. And I poked, and he responded. Him personally, well, or maybe it was one of his aides, I don't know, but being such a small race overall, it was probably him, or whatever, it don't matter. So they responded. And I was like, well, okay, I was misinformed on that, because I questioned a vote he had made, and turns out I was wrong. And I was like, okay, I was misinformed, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. And then I did a little research because, maybe I was wrong. So I did a little research and found another article where he had a big quote. And it still kind of sounded like what I was talking about was the gas tax that South Carolina just imposed here in the last couple of years. Biggest tax increase South Carolina has ever had, period. And so I was questioning him on that. And he said, no, I voted against it. But, most of the stuff I've seen, well, he was supporting it and kind of backed out at the last minute. So I, pulled up an article, copied and pasted the whole thing, and he was talking about a 3-point strategy. And I was like, well, yes, you did oppose it, but it sounds here like you supported it. It was part of the process. And he responded back. And I was like, well, okay. All right. I love a good conversation. And this is a guy running for a House representative, a federal seat. Like I said, maybe it was a staff member. Maybe I'm reading it too much. But my point is, get involved in your local politics, your federal politics. You're on federal level. The whole get involved. You'd be surprised what you can do. Anyway, so he responds back and says this and that, and then he goes and checks out my Facebook page, and he comments on a post I made that was kind of against him. Well, it was against him. I was just saying, well, look, he does this and this and this and this. Most of it was true, but there was one fact in it that was untrue that I didn't know that I was misinformed about. And he asked me to take it down or rephrase it. So, looking back, and after I did the research, I was like, well, you're right. You did vote against it. So I took the damn whole posting off Facebook. And I said, you're right. I don't want to spread lies. And then I went back to his page and thanked him for responding to my, comments and stuff. So he earned a lot of respect from me to directly contact me, to directly have a conversation with me, and state his positions on some things. And so I had to say I still like Lee Bright over him, but I got a lot of respect for them to respond to me personally. And I think people need to get more involved. Like I said, only 13% of my precinct voted, and out of all the people that can vote, only that 13% can vote in the runoff. And out of that 13%, that's counting Democrats. So the people that voted on the Democrat Party, they can't even vote in the runoff. So I don't know what the percentage is, but it's less than 13% get to pick the Republican nominee to run for Trey Gowdy's seat. And out of those two, one of them actually had a conversation with me. So he gained a lot of fucking respect from me. I'll give him props for that. I was impressed. So, anyway, I know many people don't believe in getting involved in politics, and they think it's a one-way street, that we don't have any say-so in it. I've stood on stage with Ron Paul. I just had a conversation through Facebook with William Timmons, who was running for state representative in South Carolina. So I say you can make a difference. Your voice is heard, or can be heard. But if you don't try to voice your opinion, it'll never be heard. So get involved. What's the worst that can happen? They don't listen to you? Well, what happens if they do? What are you going to do then? Stutter? No, you have a conversation with them. You know? Put them to the fire. Say, hey, you done this and this and this. You know, let them respond to it. That's what I done. You know what? And I had a good conversation with them. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry I was wrong on that. Let me pull that back. Thank you for responding. You know? That's the worst that can happen. You actually have a conversation with somebody that's going to represent you and vote for or against you. If you don't get your damn voice out there, it will never be heard. Later, YouTube.